Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's talk about something huge, something we've all experienced. Workplace training that just doesn't stick, right? Today, we're gonna dig into a framework that's all about changing that, turning that in one ear, out the other knowledge into a skill that actually lasts. So, let's just start with a question that I'm pretty sure everyone listening has asked themselves. You know the drill, right? You go to some big day-long workshop, you get that nice little certificate, and then what happens by next week? Poof, it's gone. It's like it never even happened. You're right back to doing things the old way. So what gives? Why does this keep happening?
Well, here's the thing, and it's so simple it's almost easy to miss. The problem isn't the training itself. It's everything that happens, or more importantly, doesn't happen after you walk out that door. It's that old saying, right? Use it or lose it. If you don't actually apply these new skills, your brain just goes, guess this wasn't important, and tosses it out.
Okay, so if that old model is basically busted, what do we do instead? We've got to aim higher. We're not just talking about enhancing our skills, like adding a new app to your phone that you barely use. We're talking about something way deeper. It's called assimilated learning, and it's a whole new way of thinking about growth. And look at the key words here: fully integrated, a natural part. This is huge. We're not talking about just memorizing some new buzzwords or a script. This is about weaving a new skill so deeply into who you are that it becomes part of your professional DNA. It's the massive difference between knowing how to do something and truly being the person who does it, without even thinking. All right, that sounds amazing, right? But how? How do we actually make that happen? Because just wanting it isn't going to cut it. Well, that's where this guide comes in. The source material lays out a really specific roadmap for this journey. It's called the 5D framework. And this is the structure that helps us get to that real, deep understanding. And let's be clear, this isn't just a random list of good ideas. It's an actual formal process. It's based on this idea called appreciative inquiry, which is a fancy way of saying it focuses on what's working and how to build on it, instead of just trying to fix what's broken. So yeah, think of this framework as the actual map, the step-by-step directions that take you from that temporary, I feel so inspired feeling after a workshop to having a permanent real-world skill. Okay, so a map is great. You need a map. But a map doesn't get you anywhere if your car doesn't have an engine, right? So what's the engine for this framework? It's practice. But, and this is key, we're not talking about just any old practice. It's structured, it's collaborative, and it happens inside these things called learning circles. This is where all that theory stops being theory and becomes real, actual action. So how does it work? It's actually a pretty simple but really powerful little cycle. Step 1, you get the group together, you establish that circle. Step 2, that circle becomes your dedicated space, your gym, if you will, to actually practice these new skills over and over. And step 3, you just keep going with a really specific target in mind, developing this thing the source calls steadfastness. I mean, the source material just lays it out perfectly. The whole point of these learning circles is laser focused. It's all about nonstop, intentional practice, aimed at a very specific goal. You're not just practicing to check a box. You are practicing until the skill is completely baked into how you do your job every single day. And that brings us to the destination, that final goal. We've heard this word pop up a few times now, steadfastness. And it really is the peak of the mountain here. It's the ultimate goal, the true sign of mastery. So what in the world is it? What does it actually mean? Okay, so here it is. This is the whole point. When you are steadfast, you don't have to think about using the skill anymore. It's just what you do. It's automatic. It's reliable, especially when things get stressful. It's like driving a car, right? At first, you have to think about every little thing, but eventually, it's just second nature. That is steadfastness, and that is the real difference between a beginner and a pro. So let's just put it all together and look at the two side by side. It's super clear. You've got the old way, traditional training. It's a one and done event. You're just passively sitting there, and let's be honest, it almost always ends with you forgetting everything. Then you have this new way, assimilated learning. It's a process that never really stops. It's all about actively practicing, and the end goal is steadfastness. I mean, the difference is totally night and day. All right, let's do a super quick recap of everything we just walked through. The problem? We forget our training. The real goal? Not just training, but assimilated learning. The structure to get there? That's the 5D framework. The engine that powers it? The learning circles. And the ultimate destination, the big win? Achieving steadfastness, total workplace mastery. And that really leaves us with one last big question to chew on. Think about your own job, your own team. Are you just going through the motions of training, or are you actually building a system that leads to real, lasting mastery? It's something to think about for sure.